Hello students, myself N.K. Thukral from Edupedia World. Students, in the previous session, I had discussed on India's involvement in world business, export trade, features of export trade, and process of export trade. Also, I had discussed on what is the Indian component in export trade as well as import trade. Today, I will discuss on chapter same export trade, but I will talk on what is the documentation process in export trade. Before coming to directly on documentation part, let me tell you that export procedure describes the documents required for exporting from India. Special documents may be required depending on the type of product or destination. Certain export products may require a quality control inspection certificate from the Export Inspection Agency. Some food and pharmaceutical product may require a health or sanitary certificate for export. I may tell you again that shipping bill or bill of export is the main document required by the customs authority for allowing shipment. However, in detail, coming to the documents required used in export transactions, let us classify the export trade documentation according to the different categories. Number one is related to goods. Number second is related to shipment. And what documentation is required? Third category is related to payment. Now let us talk on one by one. That is related to goods, documents required relating to shipment, and documents required related to payment. First of all, I am taking on related to goods. What documents are required related to goods? Number one is export invoice. It is a bill issued by the exporter to provide information such as quantity of goods sent, total value of goods, number of packages, marks on packing, port of destination. So in export invoice, all these information is required to be provided. Second document is packing list. Packing list is a statement which indicates the number of cases or packs and the details of goods contained in these packs. It also gives details of the nature of goods which are being exported and the form in which these are being sent. So that is what is required in packing list. Third document is certificate of origin. What is certificate of origin? This certificate specifies the country in which the goods are being produced. As you may know the origin. What is origin? Origin means from where the goods are being produced. So this certificate specifies the country in which the goods are being produced. It is needed by the importer as some importing countries provide tariff concessions or other exemptions on the basis of this certificate only. If this certificate is not provided, no concessions given by the country. So it is very essential. This certificate is also required when there is a ban on import of certain goods from select countries. Now recently, certain goods are also, as you can see if you have read in the newspaper, certain items are given in the China's mark that those are banned on imports of certain goods. So certificate of origin is necessary documents. Third is certificate of inspection. What is certificate of inspection? You see, wherever inspection is required. I mean to say, in order to ensure that only good quality products are exported, the government has made it mandatory for certain products be inspected by some authorized agencies. So government has nominated certain authorized agencies from which the inspection is being done, like Export Inspection Council of India, which we can say in short form EICI. That is a one such agency which carries out the inspection and issues a certificate of inspection if goods conforms to the prescribed specifications. So documentation related to goods, export invoice, packing list, certificate of origin and certificate of inspection is required. Let us come on second category. Documents required relating to shipment. Number one document is required, mate's receipts. You see, once the cargo is loaded on the ship, the receipt issued by the commanding officer of the ship to the exporter is called the mate receipt. What it contains? This mate receipt contains details regarding name of the vessel, berth, date of shipment, description of packages, marks and numbers, etc. Mate receipt is an important receipt as shipping company issues the bill of lading only after getting this receipt. So this is a must. Second is shipping bill. A shipping bill is the main document on the basis of which Customs Office grants permission for the export. It contains details regarding goods to be exported, name of the vessel, port, where goods are to be discharged, destination, country, exporter's name and address, etc. So shipping bill is the main document on the basis of which Customs Office grants permission for export. As earlier I told you that it contains particulars of goods being exported regarding name of the vessels, port of goods, where goods are to be discharged, etc. So next document is shipping order. What is shipping order and how it differs from shipping bill? Shipping order is an instruction to the captain of the ship to receive the specified goods on board after clearance from the customs. So it is definitely differs from shipping bill. Bill is the main document on the basis of which Customs Office grants permission of the export, whereas shipping order is an instruction to the captain of the ship to receive the specified goods on board after clearance from the customs. It is an inventory control document that identifies the confirmed space booking, the goods to be shipped from the warehouse and the place to which the goods must be shipped. Further, shipping order generally contains the order number, date, names and address of the shipper, customs broker or forwarder shipping and receipt dates, a customer purchase order number, vessels and voice number, etc. The shipping order accompanies the shipment so that the recipient can verify and sign that the items listed were received. So this is what is required in case of shipping order. So next document is bill of lading. What is bill of lading? Bill of lading is a document prepared by the shipping company to acknowledge the receipt of goods on board the ship and gives an undertaking to carry them to the port of destination. It is also a document of title to the goods and is freely transferable by the endorsement and delivery. Bill of lading serves three distinct functions. Number one, it is an evidence of the contract of transport. Number two, it is a receipt given by the shipping company for cargo received by it. And number three, it is a document of title to the goods shipped. So the bill of lading gives the details about the exporter, carrying vessels, goods shipped, port of shipment, destination, consignee, and the party to be notified on arrival of the goods at destination. Bill of lading is made the sense. Next document is Airways bill. What is Airways bills? Unlike bill of lading, an Airways bill is a document which is prepared by the airline company to acknowledge the receipt of goods on board its aircraft and gives an undertaking to carry them to the port of destination. It is also a document of title to the goods and freely transferable by the endorsement and delivery. So both bill of lading and Airways bills serve the same purpose. What is the difference then? The only difference is that the bill of lading is issued by a shipping company when goods are loaded on the ship, whereas in case of Airways bills, it is issued by airline company when the goods are loaded on the aircraft. Next required document is marine insurance policy. It is a certificate of insurance contract whereby the insurance company agrees to indemnify the insured against any loss caused due to perils of the sea in consideration of a payment called premium. So insurance policy is also a required document which needed in case of shipment. Another is card ticket. What is card ticket? Card ticket is prepared by the exporter which provides details regarding export cargo like skipper's name, number of packages, shipping bill number, etc. Card ticket is also known as card chit or vehicle pass or gate pass. Another document is Consular Invoice. What is Consular Invoice? It is a legal document. It is prepared in the prescribed format and is duly signed or certified by the consul of the importing country located in the country of export. What is the requirement? Requirement of consular invoice is that it certifies the shipment of goods and shows information such as the consignee and value of the shipment. And another part is the consular invoice is required by some countries to facilitate customs and collection of taxes. So these are the all required documents in case of relating to shipment. Now coming to the third category of that is documentation required in case of related to payment. What are the required documents in case of payment? Number one is letter of credit. What is letter of credit? Letter of credit is a guarantee issued by the importer's bank that it will honor payment up to a certain amount of export bills to the bank of the exporter. As stated before, it is the most appropriate and secure method of payment to settle international transactions. And sometimes it is also called LC. A letter of credit is a written instrument issued by the buyer's importer's bank, authorizing the seller, that is exporter, to draw in accordance with certain terms and stipulating in a legal form that all such bills will be honored. LC provides the exporter with more security than open accounts or bills of exchange. Now coming to the type of LCs, I may tell you that there can be a revocable and irrevocable LC. In case of revocable LC, the buyer or issuer can cancel or change an obligation at any time prior to payment without prior notice to the exporter or seller. When the latter is irrevocable, the buyer cannot cancel or change obligation without the exporter's permission. It depends upon the importer and exporter what type of LC is required to be taken. Another is confirmed and unconfirmed LC. In case of confirmed LC, the payment is guaranteed by the issuing bank. When the letter is unconfirmed, no such guarantee is given by the bank. Third is with and without recourse. What is that? With recourse means if the buyer fails to pay the bank after a specified period, the bank can have recourse on the exporter, whereas there is no such provision in the letter of credit without recourse. So these are the things relating to the letter of credit. Now students, let us go ahead. What is the next document required? Another document needed is bill of exchange. Bill of exchange is an instrument or draft used for the payment in international export business. It is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the marker directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a person or to the bearer of the instrument. The person to whom the bill of exchange is addressed is to pay either on demand or at a fixed or a determinable future. This is what bill of exchange is. So in short, I can say that it is a written instrument whereby the person issuing the instrument directs the other party to pay a specified amount to a certain person or the bearer of the instrument. So in an export-import transactions, it is drawn by the exporter on the importer. Importer gets the title to export consignment only when he accepts the order contained in the bill of exchange. Further, I may tell you that there are three parties involved in the bill of exchange. Number one is the drawer, that means exporter, the person who makes and executes the bill of exchange, or say the person to whom the payment is due. Second is the drawee, that is importer, the person on whom the bill of exchange is drawn and who is required to meet the terms of document. And third is the payee, that means exporter or exporter's bank, that means the party to receive the payment. So this is all in case of bill of exchange. Now next document is bank certificate for payment. It certifies that the necessary documents including bill of exchange relating to the particular export consignment have been presented to the importer for payment and the payment has been received in accordance with the exchange control regulations. So, the bank certificate of payment is a certificate. It is a certificate that the necessary documents, including bill of exchange, relating to the particular export consignment has been negotiated. That means it is presented to the importer for payment, and the payment has been received in accordance with the exchange control regulations. So these are the documents required relating to payment. So student, today we have discussed the documentation part in case of export and under 3 categories. So that's all today for the day. That's all. Thank you. Bye bye.